Hi, I'm Richard Fleener, and this is Legendary Collector Cars TV. Today we're going to begin the first of a two-part program on our project Barn Find AMX. In part 1, we'll be telling you about finding the car and pulling it out of the barn. We'll also cover the restoration efforts. Next time, in part 2, we will take you for a ride and let you get up close and personal with this little red AMX. First off, for some of you younger crowd, the AMX is a two-seat sports car built by American Motors Corporation, AMC, in the years 1968, 69, and 70. AMC was later bought out by the Chrysler Corporation, and all AMC cars are now considered Mopar orphan cars. You will still see the AMX show up as an option on Javelins and other models after 1970. However, most of us only consider the two-seaters as the real AMXs. In 1969, I actually went down to an AMC dealer and wrote up a purchase order for a new AMX. I took the order home with me that night, and with all the intention of returning the next day with a check and getting the car ordered up. But fortunately, I came to my senses overnight and realized that I was still a college student. I had a Vietnam draft notice hanging over my head, and I had no business ordering a new car. However, over the years, I've still really wanted one and kept my eyes open for just the right car, but never really did seem to find the car I wanted when I was looking. Well, 2 years ago that all changed. I saw an ad for an AMX for sale about an hour or so away in Alabama. A few phone calls and I was off to check it out. The car was driven into a barn in 1982 and sat there until we pulled it out in 2010. Although the car was red with white stripes when I saw it, originally when it left the factory it was a white car with blue stripes. It was also originally a 343 car with go-pack, 4-speed, factory air, tilt wheel, and AM 8-track radio. My goal was to restore the car and modify it to match the car I was going to order back in 1969. That meant it had to have a 390 and was going to need a color change to red with black stripes. Luckily, the car came with a spare 390 engine, as well as another little bonus, the factory Group 19 high-performance heads, Edelbrock intake with a rare R4B AMC part number on it, and high-performance exhaust manifolds to match the heads. These items could not be ordered on the car from the factory, but were available through AMC high-performance parts departments. The first order of business was to inspect the car and tear it apart. Next up was taking lots of cans of oven cleaner to it and completely cleaning the engine compartment, and the entire underside of the car, followed by a high-pressure water wash. The 390 was completely gone through with a mild cam added and the entire unit balanced. A Pertronix rev-limiting electronic distributor was also added, as well as some dress-up items for the engine. Next up was a complete rebuild of the entire suspension with poly bushings, new brakes, plus a radiator and everything else that looked like it could possibly be a problem in the future. There was no rust in the car with the exception of one little surface area behind the rear window. The underside of the car was then painted and undercoated. A new set of Veriflow mufflers from Pertronix was installed. These mufflers are really trick. They allow the driver to open the mufflers up for rumbling around town and then close them up for quiet highway cruising, all from one little switch on the dash. Really pretty sweet. One big mistake I made in doing this car was not having the soda blasting of the paint done at the very beginning. Originally I had planned on saving the exterior paint for a year or so while I drove the car around and really had some fun with it. But that ended up being something I just didn't want to do. I wanted the car done and done right when I was ready to start driving. As a result, the entire exterior was soda blasted after the new engine was in and after the complete underside was detailed. This left a major cleanup of the interior, the engine compartment, and underside after having just completed them. Really stupid, but necessary. The old paint was entirely soda blasted from the body right down to the metal. The body was then finessed to a smooth straight surface ready for the red, black clear coat paint. The interior now has all new carpet, headliner, and seat covers. The door panels and trim panels were in excellent condition, so we kept the originals. Now, in our next episode of Legendary Collector Cars TV, we will show you the completed car and take you for a drive and let you be the judge on whether an AMX should be in your future. Thanks for watching, and hope you come back next time.